Good afternoon, everyone. I've been asked by several people about the rake I have in front here. This rake is a C.I.D, look at my notes, extreme skid steer grapple rake attachment. What it's listed as on their website. C.I.D is Construction Implements Depot Incorporated out of Denton, North Carolina. I bought this through my local John Deere dealer. They do not sell direct to the public. Last time I checked, I got this about 3 years ago. So my purpose for it was to clear land, pull out small trees, move logs, rocks, etc. The one I really wanted, to be honest, was the John Deere version. But at that time, it was over $5,000 and could not do it. So I got this. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. The specs on their website is that it opens up 51 inches and it's only 27 inches wide at the bottom there. This one is a 63-inch model. When I bought it this size because the dealer went ahead and told me that I don't need to cover my tracks. I don't need a wide one. And I said, you're right. I said, you'll save some weight, which actually comes out pretty convenient because I'm able to grab my 4-in-1 bucket from the backside with this. It fits right in between the rams. So I'm able to carry both at the same time. This one has been put through a lot of extreme use. I used it to knock down trees, clear land. I've used it a lot heavier than I probably should have. What I should have done in the beginning is coupled this with a stump remover. This thing would be in a lot better condition if I would have done that. But live and learn. Some of the gripes I have about this are kind of minor. The rest were self-induced. What I didn't like was these pins back out. So they've backed out. You see my terrible welding there I had to do before I hit a job because they backed out again. I lost that one and I got a 1-inch pin by I think 7. Stuck it on there and welded it. Hasn't come off since. On this side, same thing. This one I did not catch in time. So when this pin moved out to the right, it was just holding on to this right tab right here, and it actually bent it out with the rams. It wasn't closing correctly, and I should have noticed it earlier, but it was dark. I didn't, and that's what happened. That is 1/2-inch plate. That's what that ram did. Nailed it over. So this case, I just moved it over as far as I could and welded it in place because I had to keep working. So far it's holding up. I did try to heat it up and get it over. It wasn't happening. I was using a torch. I didn't have a rosebud, so far it's working, so I left it there. Right here, same thing. This pin backed out. These roll pins break. And this one here, same thing. I had to get a hitch pin. I think it's a 1x7, something like that. Maybe a little thicker, 1 1/8. I'm not sure. I'll have to measure it. So I did that to keep going. In the front, I'm missing the middle tooth. That was my fault. I didn't have it open all the way when I was taking trees out. I was actually able to knock them over with this. And after a while, that metal just fatigued and it broke. So that's my fault. That actually worked out pretty well in my favor because I still removed landscaping. And if I need to save it, I'm able to dig out big bushes from the bottom, grab it. Since that middle tooth's missing, it kind of saves it, and I'm able to get it out. That one right there bent. That was my fault again because I pulled on something that was too hard with that one tooth. I did reach out to C.I.D through a John Deere dealer at the time and asked for recommendations to make this better. I think if this tooth was reinforced such as these are all the way, when I had that problem of it bending, I don't think I'd have that problem with it breaking because that actually twisted. and I twisted it back by smashing against a hard object, of course. I think if they put those all the way up, this would hold up a lot better. But again, it's my fault for putting it through some extreme use. The hoses, they're way too long. I've already shortened these by about 1 foot. So I just put those bungee straps on there and kept it on there so it doesn't get snagged. I've already replaced both rams. These are, I think, I can't remember, but I got these on Amazon because I couldn't find the original ones. The original ones that this had a 90-degree port here, so I had to go to the hydraulic shop and get a 90 made by using those fittings. This has had, again, some really bad repairs. I do a better job. As I see them break, I'm using it, I weld them up. Those are 2 stress points or fractures that happened. When I look at this once in a while, I see what's going on and I take care of that. Again, I gotta do a better job. That's on me. Same here, cracked there. Another problem I had was, as I mentioned, both cylinders. There's the other one. Again, I got these on Amazon. They weren't bad. I think a little over $100, but they went out at different times. I should have just replaced both at the same time, but I didn't. But live and learn. The reason I like this one is because it closely mimics the design of the John Deere. I think the John Deere is way overbuilt compared to this, but again, for the price difference, I'll stay with this one. This is well under half the price of that one, or it was. Has removable teeth. These are the original teeth that came with it, because the dealer said if I don't get these and I wear them out, I'll have to replace the tips on the other one, but I haven't really wore these out too bad. Another minor gripe I have is back here, it's open, and I have had brush get in there, and it almost tore off what I'm going to call my manifold, I guess. Right there where the hoses come together, it bent it. I don't know if you can see that, but again, if I were to pay more attention, I think I would be able to catch that before it really caused any problems. This one here, between these two right here, is about 7 inches. That was a question I had. What's the distance between? So with this, use it, like I said, for logs, dumps. I've used it to put in drain pipes, which it works pretty well. I've used it to clean out ivy. And one thing I do is I keep the clam, I guess you call it the clamshell, the top part, closed, and I'm able to do also some pretty rough grading. So if I take some smaller trees out and there's a stump hole, I'm able to back drag it and fill it up, or even go forward. If I keep it closed, again, there's less area for something to move out. So I'm able to push items also. I'm able to push leaves, get them in a pile, and I'm able to grab them. Would I buy another one? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Like I said, if my opinion, if you couple this with a stump bucket, it's going to last you a lot longer. Oh, another thing. Down here, I punched through that bottom support. I think, I don't know, 2x2 inside diameter tubing. So again, that hitch pin, I cut the end off, and I welded it underneath, and it's been holding. Again, not the greatest welds. Something I need to work on. My brothers would not be happy because they're both professional welders, or one was and one still is. Same thing, put that pin there, and I welded on the bottom, on the sides, on the inside. and it's been holding up. The website for C.I.D says they make these from 63 inches, which this one is, up to 96. I will buy another one. I did price them again, and I am sorry to say that John Deere, the local John Deere, went up way in price on these things, almost $1,000. And when I called the local Bobcat dealer where I bought this unit, they priced it about $200 from what I paid for this 3 years ago. So I'll definitely get another one, and it will last me longer. I'll keep this one as a standby. It has served its purpose well. I use it non-stop. I am happy with it. A lot of the damage and issues are because of me asking too much of it, but hey, still held up even with repairs. I'm pretty happy with it. Any comments, suggestions, please post them, and I'll get to your question if I can, or I will, just when I get a chance. Thank you. Have a great day.